you don't take care of yourself whilst you're building a business, that business will take everything from you, from the people that you love, your health, your energy, everything away from you. And that's why in this video, I want to talk about the importance of taking care of you whilst you build that business. And if you let it, a business can be consuming. It becomes addictive in a way because you have a goal that you want to achieve. You have dreams and desires that you want to go after and that you want to reach. And so naturally you see business as the vehicle to being able to do that. So there's a certain drive, there's a certain fire, and you channel that into building a business until you've reached those goals. The thing about a business as well, there is never an end game. It is an infinite game. If you think about it, there is always a new level to grow in a business. You can take it from 0 to replacing your job salary. You can take it from replacing your job salary to earning 6 figures, then 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures. You could do it on a local impact, national impact, global impact business, and you can have customers all over the place. Right? And so there is always a new level to grow in your business. And so it can never be completed because you're always going to be growing, you're always learning, you're always expanding in it. And that's one of the reasons why it can become addictive. And naturally, human beings like myself, you watching this, you want to grow. You want to get better. People feel happier. People feel like they're doing something with their life when you're progressing, when you're growing in that life. The other reason it's consuming is because at the same time, it can be very, very frustrating because there's a lot of new skills to learn. There's a lot of things that you don't understand. And whilst conceptually you might get the theory of building a business, when you actually try and put it into practice, it's an absolute mess. I know that's been in my own experience anyway. You learn something at a seminar or on a course, and then you try and apply it, and it does not get the result that you want. And so it's that frustration that keeps you involved and keeps you wanting to figure it out. If you've ever had something before that you're trying to fix it, there's something that you're trying to fix in your house and you can't figure it out and you don't know why, you get more and more frustrated and then you cannot walk away from it. You have to fix it. You have to fix it in order to get over that frustration. And again, that's why business becomes consuming. And there are so many entrepreneurs out there who are, in terms of finances, doing incredible, right? And they're having a huge impact. But when you actually go into their life and you have a look, the family or the kids or the wife or the husband doesn't talk to them. Perhaps they're single, their health is shot to bits. They're exhausted, they're stressed, they're burnt out, right? And this is going on for them. And for many business owners, in the pursuit of getting to the top of the summit and getting to the top of the mountain, they will unintentionally destroy everything in their life. They don't set out with that intention, but it just naturally happens because they become so focused on the growth of the business. And I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to build a business and I want it to add to your life. A business is supposed to be an extension of you. It is supposed to enhance your life. It's supposed to make your life better. It's supposed to make your life more rewarding and more fulfilling. The last thing you want to do is set out to start a business for it to be the thing that then destroys everything that you've got in your life. And so there are many different aspects of taking care of your life. There are many different buckets. There are many different avenues and streams to taking care of you in your life. Relationships. Business is one thing, but relationships is another. Your finances, your health, your energy, your purpose, these are all different buckets of your life and they all need some level of time. They need some level of attention to ensure that they're nurtured, to ensure that they're fulfilled, and to ensure that they're looked after. And I've just come off recently this afternoon, I've come off a session with my mentor, Blair. I've known him for many years now. I've learned from him for so many years. I've been in his environment. And it's interesting listening to him because he shares just in his own journey. He's been doing it for over 40 years, traveling around the world, speaking, training, and coaching. And he's been a huge success in business. But the biggest things for him is he's always stayed true to his values. And I think it's the same for me. I've realized that my values are my top three. And number one is the freedom. It's ensuring that in everything that I do, I have freedom, I have autonomy, I'm in control of my life. And I've noticed in certain points in my life is if I don't have the choice, if I don't have control, then and I mean control, like not in trying to control everything, but I have choice over my life. And when I notice those things are in conflict and that value is in conflict, that's where I don't feel good inside. That's where I get agitated. That's where I know things need to change because that value's being conflicted. So freedom's the first value for me. It's definitely love. I've got an amazing relationship with my fiance, Elena. I've known her for nearly 4 years now. And I know I've been searching, I just know for me, I've been searching for her for many, many years, right? And I've been through those relationships that haven't worked. And I was single for a very long time. And I was just thinking about this one person. And I was visualizing her, I was thinking about her, and I just wanted to create this incredible relationship. And Elena came into my life. And people say, when you find them, when you know, and you're like, okay, yeah, I get all that. But I know with her, she's the one. She is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. And I don't want to build a business that then be the thing that destroys that relationship that I have with her. So love is very, very high, and it's a top priority for me. It's a top value for me. So that's the second thing. And as well, honesty. Like I want in anything that I do, it's honesty. And the reason why honesty is such a high value for me was because when I was younger, I realized I was the shit at lying. I'd lied, like I'd get in trouble, I'd lie, and I'd get found out straight away because it was written all over my face that I wasn't telling the truth and I was lying. And I think just as a kid, I just made this internal decision that I'm not going to lie and I'm just going to tell the truth because it's a lot easier that way. And I've lived by that my whole life. And there'll be moments where, should I share that? I probably shouldn't share it. And it just eats me inside. And I just have to be honest and I have to share these things. So that's another thing. It's just like honesty as well. So I know for me, building a business, I have to do it in a way where it matches those values. So can I still maintain my relationship with Elena and still feel that love and spend time together, present with her, right? And not just be like sacrificing time and presence and attention with her all the time to build the business, because I know that's going to be a problem. And I'd be heartbroken, I'd be distraught if I lost that relationship but had a really, really successful business and loads of money. It would be meaningless to me at that. I wouldn't want it at that. So that's why it's so important to me. But also creating a business that gives me freedom. Many people create a business and it just becomes another job for them. And then more and more chat. And I want to do it in a way that I can have the choice. I can work from anywhere I want. I can choose my hours, right? I can choose the tasks and the projects that I work on, the partnerships that I go into. That's freedom for me. That's the choice for me. And in all of these things, doing it in a way that's honest with integrity as well. If you're going to grow a business, make sure that you identify what are your top values. Because if you try to build a business and you start going into conflict with those values, that's where your whole internal wiring is going to get screwed up. That's where you're going to feel out of alignment. That's where people feel like they can't understand what's going on, but they just don't feel right. They feel weird. They get anxiety. They get stressed. That's because they're in conflict with what their values are. So you've got to live in line with your values once you're growing your business. The other thing is you've got to take care of you. You have got to take care of your health, because business is infinite, as I said. It's an end game, but there's only one of you. There's only one of your body. And as Blair said on this call that we've just had with him, he said your body will pack in before your mind does. And so you've got to look after your body in any way. Is that eating right? Is that exercising? And this is a big challenge for people, being able to exercise consistently, being able to eat the right foods. But it's not just the physical health, it's taking care of your mental health. If you're burning the midnight oil, you're growing your business, you're working all through the night, you're not sleeping, that does not last long. And people are talking about this hustle and grind, and we think that we have to be working in a job all the time, then going home and working through the night to grow a business. Look, it's not sustainable. And once people quit their job, they keep going with that. And this is where you burn out. I'm not saying don't work. Like, you've got to take action. You've got to do something. But when I see people just constantly working in the pursuit of a monetary goal, in a pursuit to reach the top of the mountain, look, they've achieved some extraordinary things. But when you've destroyed your life in the process of doing that, was it really worth it? And I know for myself, in my own experience, other people might disagree, but I know in my own experience, I wouldn't want to get to the top of the mountain, be really, really rich, not have my health, not have my relationship with Elena, or my family, or my friends, and have that all destroyed. And nobody wants to speak to me, because then the money in my bank account becomes absolutely meaningless. And I don't want to be in that situation. And again, I don't want you to be in that situation either. So it's about taking care of you, taking care of your health, taking care of your mind, because there will always be a business to build. It doesn't go away. So if you're having health problems or you're having a problem in your relationship, take care of it, because there'll always be a business waiting for you. It doesn't leave you. It'll always be there when you get back to building it. So take care of these things, take care of you. That's my message to you in this video. If you agree with me, let me know. If you don't agree with me, let me know as well. There are people who have achieved some extraordinary things in life, had some amazing success. Every human being has something in their life that isn't working as well as they want, or they're struggling with. That's the natural human experience. But I just want you to know, as you're building and you see people in the hustle and grind mentality, just remember that that doesn't have to be the way. You have to take action, you have to work, but it doesn't have to be done in a way that just exhausts you, burns you out, and finishes you off, because that is not sustainable. And if you're burnt out, you're finished off, you're no good to your customers, you're no good to the clients, you're no good to your team if you eventually get one, right? You're no good to your family, you're no good to your friends in that state. So take care of you.